I get to do political analysis because this is my show, Talking Head. Okay, a couple of things that I've been working on this morning. I don't even know where to get started. It's the Democrat presidential race. It's the fact that now today, this morning, I see that all the presidential candidates who just dropped out all got behind Joe Biden. So you see Bernie and all the people behind him getting set up again. Bernie's probably seeing it, and he'll go along with it like he did in 2016 when they just, kind of gave it to Clinton instead. And all those Bernie supporters got left with their noses and the flapping in the wind. So that'll happen again, and then the Bernie people will get behind Joe Biden if he's the candidate. Okay, so that looks like the plan. It's just like last time when Bernie just funneled the people to Clinton. Bernie's going to funnel the people to Joe Biden for this one. Now, I have an analysis that you're not going to hear on the news, because Joe Biden is one corrupt man. He's involved in international fraud, like money laundering, like treasury fraud, out of the tax funds, all sorts of stuff. He's like in Ukraine, and you can't deny it. The only reason that every Democrat is getting behind Joe Biden is because if he goes down, then they lose out. A lot of people built their fortunes behind the Democrats for a long time, but then, especially under the Biden Democrats that are around today, they're all parasites. They're all frauds, parasites, and thieves, right? So what you're going to see is you're going to see eventually all the people who were involved in that scam. For it's a lot of money. You were talking about billions and billions of dollars. All the people who were involved in that, benefiting from it, are going to line up behind Joe Biden. And it's true. And the only reason he's running for president is so that he can forestall any investigation into his criminal activity, right? Because if he's running for the president, he can use the media and all the things to spin it and say that, no, you're interfering with a presidential campaign, right? That's why Joe Biden ran, because he's getting looked at big time for all of his crime. So he ran to hopefully dodge the investigation, and also, it's a struggle to put him out there, because kind of he's cornered. So it's one, he doesn't want to get investigated, so he's running for president, but then he's going to end up representing all those people that benefited from this billions of dollars of, and God knows how many are around, but they're there. So it's like, hey, by the time November comes around in 2020, you're going to be able to look around and say, oh, okay, because nobody believes Joe Biden's a good presidential candidate or is capable of being the president. They want somebody out there who's going to just okay everything that they say. All the Democrat, behind the scenes, Clinton pay to play, Clinton Foundation pay to play, like access with foreigners, you know what I mean? Where they do a secret backroom deal, make the decision on behalf of every individual in the Democrat Party, and then come forward and put it out there of what everybody's going to do. And they need somebody like a Joe Biden to okay that, which he will do. Now, Bernie, on the other hand, he might put up a slight fight on this or that. He might still actually care about, back in the 60s where it was like social safety nets and stuff and people got to eat. Bleeding heart. They don't even want a slight fight. That's why they can't stand Donald Trump. Because he's the barrier, the bulwark between all that secret backdoor dealing that essentially the Democrats have done for so long, and the people who are oblivious, just living their lives. He's the bulwark and won't really give them access through the office of the president. Joe Biden would. He'd sell out that seat in an instant. Because all Joe Biden really wants is a Hershey's bar, a glass of milk, probably a Cohiba cigar, and a kid to sniff. And he's good, right? Everybody knows this. So, keep an eye out for all the frauds and liars and thieves lining up behind Joe Biden. And how bad they're going to get at being able to have any kind of anything to offer or answer any questions. How bad Joe Biden's going to continue to look, because the pressure is only going to mount. And I haven't seen that guy get any better. He's an old man getting worse. So you heard it here on my show, Talking Head, where everybody comes for honest analysis.